No one lasted more than 3 days. That's what the agency whispered when they sent their 12th nanny to the tall gates of the Langford estate. Her triplets, the last one had said, shaking her head, a haunted look in her eyes. They're adorable. But, it's like babysitting a tornado that's learned to throw glitter and fire. The Langford triplets, Ava, Lily, and Max, were 7 years old and ruled their billionaire mother's mansion like tiny monarchs. With a staff of 15, an indoor playground bigger than most city parks, and every toy imaginable, they still found more joy in mischief than in manners. They'd scared off nannies from 5 different countries. But this time, their mother wasn't calling an agency. She called facilities. His name was Jack. 43, widower, janitor. No one expected much when he walked in. Khaki overalls, a mop handle tucked under one arm, and a lunch bag with a bruised apple sticking out. His hands were calloused, and his eyes carried the tired softness you only see in someone who's loved deeply and lost painfully. "Mr. Langford, I just clean floors," Jack had said when summoned to the drawing room. "You're the only person they haven't terrorized," she replied, pushing her diamond-studded glasses up her nose. "Try something different. Maybe, mop their energy into something useful." She meant it as a joke. But Jack just nodded. The first time Jack met the triplets properly, Max had a frog in his shirt. Lily was painting the cat purple. Ava was trying to set up a scientific balloon launch, involving eggs and the second-story balcony. Jack didn't yell. He just sat down, opened his lunch, and offered them his apple. "You 3 ever taste something that looks awful but is actually good for you?" he asked, slicing it into 4. They stared. Suspicious. "I don't eat bruised things," Lily sniffed. "I didn't either," Jack said. "Then I met someone who taught me not everything pretty is worth keeping, and not everything broken is worth throwing away." They took a slice. That was day 1. By day 5, Jack wasn't mopping. He was reading to them from an old book about space. By week 2, they were mopping with him, voluntarily. He taught them how to buff a floor until you could see your reflection. He made games out of it. Janitor Jenga, cleanup bingo, sock mop Olympics. By week 4, they were waiting at the door when he arrived, 3 tiny clipboards in hand, ready to inspect the mansion for messes to fix. They were still mischievous, but their chaos was more curious now, less cruel. And the billionaire mother, Elizabeth Langford, watched from behind her glass office walls, stunned. One afternoon, she called Jack in. "I don't get it," she said, swirling a glass of Pinot she barely touched. "They've driven out Ivy League graduates. Therapists. Child development experts. You clean floors. And they adore you." Jack looked at her a long moment before speaking. "Kids don't need experts," he said gently. "They need to feel seen. Understood. Even the hard parts." She scoffed lightly, but her eyes shimmered. Jack added, "They miss their dad, ma'am. That gap doesn't close with toys." There was a silence then. Thick. Real. Elizabeth turned away, biting her lip. "He left when Max was 2, she said. "Too much responsibility. I tried to fill that space with everything I could afford." "You're not alone," Jack said. "A lot of people think money fixes what only presents can." The next day, something strange happened. Elizabeth sat with the triplets during story time. The next week, she canceled a meeting to help them plant tulips in the garden. The next month, she joined the sock mop Olympics. In heels. And then one day, in the middle of a family dinner, something that hadn't happened in years, Max blurted out, "Mom, you're fun now." And Elizabeth Langford, billionaire tech mogul, started crying. Big, shoulder-shaking, mascara-ruining tears. Jack just handed her a napkin and quietly returned to polishing the marble floor. He didn't stay forever. He wasn't meant to. But before he left, he got a photo. A framed picture of the triplets, all wearing matching overalls, holding mops and grinning with gap-toothed pride. The note on the back read, "To the janitor who didn't clean up our messes, he helped us clean ourselves." Sometimes, the people who change our lives the most aren't the ones with the most credentials. They're the ones who show up. With bruised apples. And open hearts. And sometimes, the kindest acts don't make headlines. They make families.